Yes, I know we're not the same. I'm so tired of playing games. You don't have to be so hard. Just tell me your dreams, the things you like. What turns you off, what makes you doubt. I'll tell you my deepest secrets. I wanna let them out. Hiding a million different things. Waiting for the night time to see what it brings. And I'm still even deep in my head. And sometimes I feel my heart is dead. Maybe tonight, late in bed, could I love instead? Yeah, I'm still even deep in my head. And sometimes I feel my heart is dead. Maybe tonight, late in bed, could I love instead?
Welcome back, guys. We're live. This is it, Saturday Night Live Q&A. We've got some questions. Well, you have questions, and we have answers just right for you. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get started. Here we are. Just going to set everything up over here. It should have been set up already. Great to see you guys again. Hopefully you'll be here soon. I saw some interesting questions come in and some interesting answers I will provide. Hopefully, knowing that and moving forward, let me just go into the YouTube. Hope everyone's well. We got snow. That's why we couldn't do Friday night flights yesterday. Can you believe that? Snow? That is in April. The only thing, hold on one second. I'll just mute that. And then the only thing I do regret is turning on the sprinkler system because, hold on. Just make sure it works. It's yesterday. Can you believe that? Snow? That is in April. The only thing. Hold on. 5. And then the only thing hold on. I may have to quit the app. One moment, please. Looks like the sync offset is off. Looks like the lips were not matching my 5. Well, when that happens, we can fix. 5. Yeah, give me a second. The only thing it's off. All right, that happens. We can fix that really quick. Let me just make sure my sync offset is correct. Usually it should be seen. Porta capture 8. Scenes. Should be porta capture 8. There we go. We have 490. Just means we just have to do this. Going to lose the stream on 5, 4, 3, but we'll be back because we're stream. All right, so we're back. Okay, and now when I close here, if I go back on 5, it'll match. It's just a glitch with the Minicams application, unfortunately. And then, oh man, I missed it. Hold on, let me go back a second. We're stream. All right, so we're back. Let me see. Okay. 5. And now when I close here, if I go back on 5. Yep, it matches. All right, good. Yeah, it's a glitch with the app, but if you have trouble with your audio not matching, once you get the sync offset locked in, it'll work. But unfortunately, with the Minicams, hold on, application. Yeah, it's glitchy that way. All right, knowing that and moving forward, I don't need to, just need to do a pop-out chat. And I'm going to close this window here. And then I'm going to bring this in here. You probably can't see. Put that and do here. So you can see me on the desktop. there I am. A little me in the corner. Yeah, we got snow. Unbelievable. So we couldn't do Friday night flights, but if it's nice tomorrow, we might be able to. So let's go to How To by Lou, Q&A. I noticed the Pavo 20. A lot of people that seems to be the go-to drone for the Beta FPV folks. It's requiring a lot of troubleshooting, but knowing that and moving forward, let's see what questions we have here. Bombaclad 11, 3 hours and no chapters. I'd love to, but I got 3 kids. Yeah, so every week we have a 3D print of the week, and it live streams. But some people watch. I've seen the metrics. Even though we have X amount of subscribers, it gets about 30, 40, or sometimes 50 views on these live streams, and people going all the way through it, which is great. But it's not for everyone, especially if you've got 3 kids. I don't know how you'd have time to even get away. So there's a little pocket. Who knows? As time goes by, it'll get bigger because there are over 8 billion people on the earth. So YouTube just has to find these people and feed them that too. So knowing that moving forward, yeah, so I understand that. So what I did was I sent him the shorts. Hopefully that short is 45 seconds and I can get a nice little gist of it. Alexander Cleary 2854 commented, hold on one second, let's put this here and move that there. Now we can move this here, and I'll put myself over here so that you guys can follow him. How Brian's doing. You should check his channel, see if he's flying his new drone. Definitely, for sure. I sent my Avata 2 back and the goggles because I thought there was something wrong with it. Wouldn't steer to the left. They sent it back to me. I was about to send it back. Let's see. I was about to send it back to them again because the problem wasn't fixed until I saw this video. Thank you very much. I wish I'd seen it sooner. That's so funny because that's probably from back in the day when I had first gotten, no, that's with the Avata too. But when I had first gotten one of my drones, I took it back to the store. I couldn't do left, couldn't go right, and the people at the store were trying to figure out. The DJI store, I kid you not, they were trying to figure it out. Said, you know what, forget it, I'll take it home. And so I took it back home and I just experimented with it. And I was like, oh wow, it's really cool. Make a nice video. And then I went back to the store. I was like, hey, you guys, you should teach these guys how to, that if the drone is not moving left or right, that it needs to be activated or turned off. And they were like, oh, okay. Like, really? You can't make this shit up. And so that video, I wonder how much traction that video gets. Let's see. How many people are having trouble moving left or right? Oh, 1,700 and 700 folks have trouble moving left and right. Turn left. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. Good traction on that one. Knowing that and moving forward. Let's see what we can find, and let's reply back. My pleasure. Had the same issue too back in the day. Glad this video is still helping other folks too. And they do that on purpose, so that the first time pilot doesn't crash into anything. So you only allow, when you turn it on, move forward, move backward. And if you don't log in and register, the height is restricted too. You can only go so high. And then when you log in to your DJI account, then you can, it's unlimited. Sky's the limit on what you can do when it comes to height and stuff like that. All right, knowing that and moving forward. The next question. The issue I had was that the files, I clicked on no name, then clicked on DJI audio folder and pasted the firmware there. Then I noticed in your live that you deleted that folder first before pasting the firmware file. I did that, then it worked perfectly. Thank you for sharing. That was a live stream too. How long was that live stream? 1 hour and 41 minutes. I wonder if that was a DJI support. But that's weird. 12 minutes. Oh yeah. Oh, that was this. Okay. Yeah, that was all right. That's cool. I didn't even know if I had that in the metadata. Interesting. Let me see what's here. Just want to see how they found that video. For sure, we'll click no there. Oh, there are no tags in here. Interesting. All right, I guess they must have just found my stream. And how to update DJI mic 2. That's really weird, but interesting. DJI mic 2 not updating, because we have videos on that, but this video has no metadata, no tags. Somehow they found it and watched it. That is really interesting and weird at the same time. Let's select the playlist that goes into live stream. Select done. And because if you search across my channel, if you type in DJI mic 2, see how to add audio, DJI mic 2 not connecting, bad audio, show all. Let's see, DJI, how to update DJI mic 2. Interesting. So those yeah, so those videos get fair traction, but yeah. All right, knowing that, moving forward, that is mind-boggling. Someone was looking for DJI mic update video, and they found the live stream video, but did not have any tags on there. I'll leave it as is. Obviously, that video is still working, and people are watching. Next one. Let's go back here. And go back here. Great to hear. Thanks for sharing. There are also shorter versions of that video. VI video too. YouTube.com. Go back to my channel. Do DJI mic 2. And then bad audio from iPhone. Not working. Mac. Okay, refresh. Yeah, we had so many issues. Let's type in DJI mic 2 update. That's from the iPhone. Yeah, this one is how long? 10 minutes. Yeah, we can send them that one. That's part 2 though, but that's fine. Control X, close out. Send them that. Interesting how they found the 1 hour and 30-minute video though. Too much talking. Yeah, we talk a lot here. Well, that's because, well, let me see. We'll go here. We'll send them a shorter version. I think the original one was 10 minutes long because it was really complex with the Avata too. And that one got over 10,000 views. So let's see if we go here. Search across my channel. Back to new YouTube. And go here. Your channel and type in FCC hack, and then we'll go here. This one's a good one. 21,000 views. Wow, that's a pretty good one. And the FCC hack still works. Go here. You might like the shorter version. Once you already see the video on FCC hack, you don't want to watch it again anyway. But we'll just send him the 10-minute version. And now we'll close that out. Whoops, I closed out. Did I close out all the windows? Yeah, I did. It's all right. Chrome. And let's see, easy fix. Just go to how to Bilo. and we're not that far into the comments, so it'll be easier to fix, to find our next one. Great setup. Thanks. Did you get this printer too? It's always nice to know. Oops. 2. Yeah, it is a cool setup. This room's so small, but it works. Made it work. Looked like the backdrop to the movie Saw, but with a little paint and empty boxes. Do you feel boxed in? Works wonders. Knowing that, moving forward, let's see what we have here. Jersey Droners, the rundown. Did it work fine when you had the 03 unit in it, even though you say it's stable in the goggles? You can still hear it having oscillations. Maybe show your PIDs in the next video. Yeah, so no trouble with the 04 Pro in any of the drones, and no trouble with the 03. All my drones have the same rates, so no issues. But with the 04 Lite inside any of the drones, it's just fucking nightmare. I can share those rates with you, but let me see. Stop and motion fidgets. Here's 04 air unit. It's a little bit of a bummer. I'll put this right here. And so here's I tried different frequencies, and with the goggles it comes out fine. See? Now there's stabilization, but with the, let's see, got me, which would probably be here, I believe, you get major shaky cam. Like, it just vibrates. See, look at that. It's a bummer. So the rates haven't changed, but the camera changed. Different camera inside the drone. So if you watch and see a little bit of lens flare happening, but that's okay. I could live with that. But it's just major shaky cam. I see. Look at that. It's not even stable, and that's what stabilization on. Of course, that's pilot error right there, me crashing. But it is what it is, and unfortunately, not much we can do about that. Let's see. What did I tell him? I told him. Oh, I sent him a link to another video that has the rates, but no trouble with the 04 Pro. Same rates, everything. All right. Knowing that and moving forward, a little bit of a bummer. But I guess maybe that's why they sell it for so cheap. Cool print. Can I have STL? Yes, we sent them the STL. That was for our 3D print of the week. A little fidget here, which is really cool. Hold on, I have to mute it. Yeah, it's muted. Good. That's really cool. No sound. So the song that's playing in this clip is copywritten, but YouTube let me use it, which is great on my short. Now, if I unsilence this video and play it with the music, then I get a copyright strike. So it's only allowed for that video, and if it's played within another video, it's weird. You get copyright stricken, and the only way to free it from the copyright strike thingy, or from copyright stricken regulations, is to upload the video from the YouTube app. So for some reason, if you upload the video from the YouTube app, it's not copywritten because you can select the music from there, but the music playing in the background, within the background. So it's just weird. YouTube works. Whoops, weird that way. All right, so knowing that and moving forward. Next question. Let's see. It still says Matt can verify that this app is free. Oh, yeah, that was something about the we did a live stream something about the which one is this? I'm not sure what that means. Let's see. Gotta watch the ad, skip the commercial. Now you have to scrub through it. Brian, that was when we had a contest. We still have another contest coming up. We're going to be doing a digital measurement machine. My wife threw out the thing from the bicycle, so that's why we haven't done that video yet. So I have another thing coming in. So that's why I know I promised a soldering video, but we'll do it probably next week, or as soon as the parts come. Yeah, she's like, I was like, where's the thing to the bicycle? She's like, oh, I threw it out. I was like, what? That was supposed to be for my video. So she thought it was garbage. It did look like garbage, but we were going to bring it back to life, and I even got the parts for it. It's fine. It is what it is. Would have been cool too, because I was looking forward to it. But I'm glad she threw it out in a way, because to like do a short chintzy video, and not chintzy, but something more elaborate, I find worthy of doing a giveaway of that soldering iron, whereas this was just a simple like ridiculous fix that wasn't like worthy merit wise, in a sense of value of bang for your buck, putting that time in and building something. Wow. Anyway, but it is what it is, and no harm done. We get a better video next time for our soldering for beginners. Lou, I managed to get it work. For some reason, either Scratch 2 converts to 461, or the link I've been downloading originally was wrong. Terminal and Mac will be, oh yeah, so this is for Scratch. This is over some troubleshooting I had done with Scratch back in the day to get it to work, because you could actually use Scratch to fly your drone. The what is it called? Teledrone. You can have it do everything and anything. I try to send a tip for, so we're done, for GPS, but you don't have a tip link. I don't think I have a tip link. I think tips are only sent, I don't know. I don't have, maybe there are no tip links set up. I think that you have to be live to send someone a tip, or buy me a coffee or something like that. Yeah, if you want to send, but I don't, I don't have a tip jar. But there was another video. I just thought we were going to reply. Oh, photo booth. Nice. Yep. I think it was in the Papo Pico series. Just gotta watch this commercial so I can go here and then stop that from playing. Did it work fine when you, yeah, so we answered that one. There was a question that came in about the Papo. Someone said they couldn't get their rates. Like the one propeller was moving and then it wasn't working anymore. Shaky cam. Let's check that one. Sometimes the questions don't show, which is a little bit of, maybe it could be in here. So sometimes you don't see them here, and what you have to do is you have to go to your YouTube studio and then go to community, and then your other stuff will show right there. And I'll just like that one. And I don't have a tip jar. Very cool, Ken. Nice to see you, Ken. Does it work with DJI Mini 2? Is it possible to do it here without being connected? Lou, people stealing. Yeah, I know. That's from 4 weeks ago. Nice. So we're caught up. Wow, tonight. Let's try taking that off, and then go here. Then we see more, see? Great setup. No, I don't see it. That's so weird. Maybe they do. Sometimes people delete their comments. They retract it. Might have been this one. Was this a live stream? No. They must have deleted it. I'll just stop that, scroll down. Now we'll just go back. See, sometimes I saw a comment earlier and it was, I swear it was there. Let's try this one. No comments on that one. And then try the other Pablo LED. And then nice, that one. I like that one too. No comments on that one. And that's it. I mean, there are more videos, but if I'm not finding it here, then not that one. I need to check my phone. Sometimes you see stuff, but it's possible that they took it out. So now I gotta check. Brian's live. Hey Brian, good to see you. Hold on, I want to check Brian's channel. I want to see if he has uploaded any new videos on there. Go to channel. Nope, still the same one. How's that new drone setup going? I love it. Oh, look at this. Check out it. He just changed his whole splash thing. I like that. That is so cool. That's the look I'm looking for. Not the look, not that, like the skyline thing, but I forget what it's called. I wanted to do the graphics for my t-shirt that way. Like it looks kind of like it's like a new way of illustrating graphics where it's like grungy looking. That look I wanted, but still haven't done anything yet with the t-shirt thing, but exactly like that, because that's the new thing now. That's the way graphics are sort of looking that way. My kids had a t-shirt on, and the graphics were kind of grungy looking. I forget what it's called. There's like a font. Oh, like the shaky cam one looks a little bit like that kind of sketchy sketches. I don't know. Anyway, but cool graphics on your page. We need more videos on there of your flight. How's your No, he hasn't. He's a lazy boy. Evening all. No, that's fine. I'm sure you're busy. I'm not sure what the weather's like. Well, we got snow, which is insane. Hold on. Now I still have to find that other video. Let me go to YouTube on here. Whoops. And then go to my bell. Audio. Did it work fine? Zoom. Yeah, that's so weird. They must have retracted it because I do not see it. But sometimes it'll bump the feed and then that is so weird. Anyway, the question was that someone crashed their Pablo 20. Oh, no wonder. It was in the email. Okay. I know. I was like, wait, that's so weird. I thought it was going crazy, but no, I'm not. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Someone sent it in the email. Sign in. I get a lot of emails too. People email me, which is fine. If you can find my email, email me. It's all good. I just can't share their email, but I get like collaborations and then things like that, and I also get, so I just screenshotted that. And let's see what they wrote. Hold on. They wrote, hey brother, haha, I need to fix my Synolog 20. I've tried reflashing it from BetaFlight, installing the CLI off the website, and I have this strange issue where as soon as I turn on the quad, the first motor just starts spinning and I get no receiver signal in BetaFlight, only when I'm plugged into battery, and even then nothing works. I'm not sure what that emoji is. Let me see. Oh, sad, unhappy face. Huh, interesting. So they use two eyes and a C. That's a real bigger frown. All right, so let's go here. And then we'll go back. Hold on, let's see what Brian says. Let me put this here so I don't have to, maybe we'll put that over here. Brian, we had decent weather today. Temps in the mid 70s, humidity in the mid 30s, no rain, a few puffy clouds for content. I used up all 3 batteries poking around the neighborhood. That's so cool. That's a lot of flight too, especially for like Brian's like going all the way down the neighborhood. Like kind of like me, except during the day, and then mine are at night going all the way down and coming back. That's pretty cool. I don't think I shot any video. Took a couple of pictures. You should set it up so that it auto records if you have an SD card in there. I'm not familiar with the flip, so I don't know if it has a card slot. But let's go back here. I have to go back into the email, go back into the Proton Mail, and this way, protonmail.com, sign in, and I'll just reply back so that I just need my live stream. Go live and go here, go there, Control X, close that, and then I'm going to reply back to him. How many minutes are we in? We are, if I click on stream, wow, 28 minutes. Okay, 28 minutes into the live stream. So I will say, da, 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 da. The only thing is that I can't reply back without copying his email. That's fine though. We will go, oops, don't want to go there. Now I have to click, hold on. Ta-da, ta-da. New message. 28 min into live stream is possible solution for you. Olution, it should be solution. I think this keyboard's too small. And then I'll just copy his email address. Lee Pavo, no, people, Gep RC. Gep RC, CS in a log 20. Love it. So it's a nice drone. Really small, compact, but powerful. And then I'm just going to send him that. Okay. So I think it happened once before on the channel live. When Afix was with us, he shared with us the rates for the Gep RC Synolog 20 that were on the what is it called? Drone camps. Apparently he has a Discord, so if you have trouble, he has these amazing rates, but the rates were okay. But when I crashed the drone on the live stream, and then when I tried to launch again, I couldn't. And then I crashed again, and it was like everything just went bonkers, and so I had to reflash the whatever it was, the CLI, the configuration, which is a little bit of a bummer. And it sounds like this happened to them too, where they had a similar issue. And sometimes that happens with the FPV drone, And that's why you want to back up your PID rates, back up, your settings. So we actually have, now that we're done with the Q&A, we can go here to the GitHub repository, and I believe I recently saved the latest version on here, Synolog 20 rates March 20th. But one thing I learned this week was, if you go here, and if I go to, let's see what that is. Yes, I had it for about a month so far. I just have had to change out the nozzle PLA. Oh wow, that's a bummer. Yeah, that almost happened to me too. The PLA, I'll reply back in a second. Hold on. View channel. And then if I go here, hold on one second. I have to go upstairs for a second to shut that thing off. Watch the shaky cam footage video, because that'll show you how to configure your settings in the hold on one second, I'll be back. So, as I was saying, watch that video, and if you messed up something with the motors and the settings, this will help restore it. So I would say watch that. But let me just go back here, go into here, and then go here, close that. I will definitely send him the rates. That's weird. Where's our chat window? Saturday night live Q&A. Sound is off. Go here. What? That's weird. What's happening here? Oh, wrong window. Pop out chat. I would say watch this. One of you, hey, watch this video. Hopefully, nice. Let me send the link. So that's for Lee. Lee, watch that video. It's possible your motors aren't starting, but also, Lee, I recommend for you. Thankfully, I might have my rates. Okay. So Synolog 20 March 28th. Okay, my rates work. We did that in real time. Everything's always done in real time. So there you go. And I'll probably wind up sending this to him in the email too. Get that like that. And that's it. That's all we can share. But let's see what the other fella said about their Creality. That almost happened to me when something got stuck and it globbed on one of the prints. Which one was I printing though? I can't remember. But you guys might remember. So let's see. Go back here. See, we're here. We got our chat window. Pop out. And then I'll go here. Close that. Take it home. And then go here. A little comment that just came in. Yes, I have had it for about a month so far. I just have had to change out the nozzle. PLA got stuck, which sucks. That happened. Yeah, let me try printing something now. That's why you always want to watch that first print. But it doesn't matter if you watch the first print. It could be like 20 minutes in, 30 minutes in, and the thing will just go bananas. Let's see. Gotta close that out. And start printing. Should be okay. There's nothing on the bed. And then I'll just choose what color do I want my bunny to be. Print, and then we'll go here. Let's see what we have. Is it that window? Yep, that's it. We do have a lot of soldering videos coming up. We'll also have some drone videos coming up. I'll share with you guys the footage of my last flight in the yard. Now it's clean, somewhat clean. I think I got the footage I need for the transition so that we can go from spring to summer and then from summer to winter. Different transitions, so it'll be 3 that we get over the course of time. My daughters are usually the spotters in those videos. For now, right, until they're like done, they're like, no, I can't. I know where this one goes. I will use, one moment please. Just gotta find the right, is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Because just use the docking station has a port, which is great. So I'm just gonna try and print a rabbit, because it's rabbit season and Easter bunny. Right, knowing that, we'll let the rabbit load, and we can close that out. Next week's 3D print of the week is gonna be a long one. Might be 3 days. We'll see if this thing can hack it. I'll give you guys a glimpse of what's going to be printed next week. No, we don't need to save that. And we can close that since we're done. And reply back to him. Yeah. Happened to me on a few prints too. Yeah, it's a bummer. Like, well, I got stuff stuck on there, but I was able to take it off. It was still printing. It was like a glob, but I also noticed some crusty stuff underneath there, which was a little bit of a bummer, but I was able to scrape it off, and the nozzle still looks pretty good, but looks like other people are having that issue too. You want to make sure that your nozzle temperature is set correctly too on your stuff. I'll show you how to do that. Just check it every now and again when you launch the Creality app. You make sure your plate is here, but make sure when you choose your filament by default, see 200 degrees. I don't know why this says 45 though. That shouldn't say 45. We'll shrink it out. See the default temperature. So if you click on the pencil and then click edit, you can change that. And the type is PLA, but it says default filament. So we want to make sure that it's not default. But hold on a second. Actually, I need to change the one I just did. So let's go here, and then we'll go to device, and then we'll go to my current device, and then printing, click on details, and what we're going to do is we're going to stop this print, click OK, let that do its magic, and now I'm just going to go back, let's go here to the bunny. Can't delete it as of yet because it's still stopping, but that's okay, we'll upload another one. So we'll just go here and we'll click on interesting. Oh, that's probably because I downloaded it from the website. But if I go to online models, type in articulated bunny, and here it is right here. See, it says $2.99, but I have the free. Like if you register your printer, you can get this for free, and I did, but for some reason it says purchase now. Am I logged in? No, I'm not. That's the only downside. Okay, it just keeps freaking throwing you out. Hold on. The other glitch with this program. So all you have to do is register your 3D printer and you get VIP access for 1 year, which is pretty good. It's not all I need. So now I have to go to protonmail.com. Now I have to log in from my account. Hold on one second. It's a little bit of a bummer, but remember the Q&A is done. We've answered all the questions. So now I'm just sharing with you guys some stuff before we actually close out. Not end early, but it's fine. We'll end later. We'll do a flight in the simulator. So now if I log in, when you log in, then it should log in via the app. Hopefully. See, so it still has a login issue. You're killing me. Did it work? It looks like it may have worked. Yep, we're in. So now if I type in, imagine cable TV work that way. Register your cable box and get free movies for a year. Okay, here's our. It still says $2.99. You're killing me. See, it says purchase now. Log out. No. Hold on one second. Home page, Personnel Center, my models, my presets, my downloads. That we'll do next week. That's a couple of days. Hold on one second. One moment, please. Workbench. Let's log out. See, it should sync. It should coordinate. Have like a coordinated effect. Let's log in here, right? And then okay, now I'm logged in. Nope, it says log in to register. See, now it's logged in. Okay, so now you should be able to go to online resource, online models, and type in articulated bunny. See, it still says $2.99. Fuck. All right, so then if I go here, if I go to purchase, and I choose my login, which is this one, see, which I tried logging into the other one. See, ready, now I can download it for free because I registered my printer. See, well, if I download, see, it lets me download it. But when this happens, we say, welcome back to everything that freaking glitches because it won't let me log in through the app. Let's log out. Log out. You know, you should be able to have an isolated experience, not a freaking duplicate effort. All right, so we're gonna log in. Actually, let's quit it. We'll quit it, and then we'll log in again if it lets us. Hopefully. Click there, log in. See, it brings you to the website, so you can't log in from the app. Type in your password. See, now if we wait a little bit, it's a bummer that it doesn't keep you logged in. Now if I go to online resources, online models, and now we type in articulated bunny. There it is. See, the price is still there, and you should be able to open it. See, it says purchase now. Type right here. I don't want to buy it. I have VIP access, and so it's a glitch. I guess they have to fix it. See, premium, but I'm VIP, sort of. So anyway, we downloaded it for free. So you know, if you have an issue like that, you have to log in. So there's our zip file, and there's our bunny. So now I'm going to open up the STL. See, there it is. I'm going to scale it to 50% so that it only takes 45 minutes. Control 50. See? And then slice. Don't slice the plate as of yet. See right here the default. Notice before the temperature was like 45. Shouldn't be 45. So what we got to do is fix that. What do we have down here? Any cube. So number 1 is any cube. Should be Creality, but I don't have. And if I click on the pencil, filament. Filament is PLA. Vendor. See? Unidentified. Any cube for now. Soluble. No, it's not. Requirements. See, look. Nozzle temperature. 240 is fine. Print temperature. And then we have there. See, it's 45. That's so weird. You know what? I'm just going to change it to Creality if it lets me. So you see here on the side. So you have default. In case you can't see, I'll do it right here. Creality. We'll definitely, and then we'll go here. Ender PLA, generic PLA. Doesn't give us very good options, to be honest with you. Ah, here we go. Let's see what that does. Disregard. See if I change it there. See, temperature changes to 60. So make sure you have, so usually it should be 65, to be honest with you. But it depends. It's a newer printer and their bed settings are sometimes different. So you have Creality PLA. Okay, let's see if there's another Creality. No, and that's it. That's all we got. And I don't like to mess with these settings. I like to let the software work its magic. And as you can see, it changed the name right there to Creality. Let's see. Cursor. See, it changed it automatically. And default is right there. I change, you know, now that they're here. That's for ABS. System presets. Let me just close this out. I don't want to save anything. Let's just quit it again. Select no. It's weird because these are the settings that the bunny has. It's possible that this is what the settings are, but I don't like to. So let's go here. Back again. See what it said. It's in here. Remember, we didn't save anything. Oh wow. Now we got 90. What the fuck is 90? Oh, because we changed it to Creality. Oh yeah, ABS. No, we don't want ABS. That's so weird. System presets. So you want to make sure that your stuff is like in sync. So otherwise you can create a monster, a big glob. So 60 is what it says. Okay. What does reset do? It's so weird because we had some other default filament in there. That is really freaky. Because look, then all these are Creality ABS, Creality ABS. So let's leave it there. And then click cancel. See, there's a copy. I want to save the copy. See, Creality high nozzle right here. See, now we're back to PLA. Let's see what it says. See, now we're at 60. Okay, so knowing that, moving, not everyone is like that. Some files are just weird that way. So let's say if I close this one, right, and open up something else. Watch, you know, because these are just different colors that you can have your bunny. Let's try opening. Let's go here. Flippy Flappy. Okay. And see, Hyper PLA is set for in there. And I didn't do that. That's just the STL file. I just changed the colors if you watched that live stream. So it's possible that this is what it has to be printed in, you know, like whatever its defaults were. And the only way to know that is to go back to the, chuck this, unzip it again, and then we can see how it opens and what the defaults are. Because we set ours to Creality PLA, see? But for here, they want it to be Hyper PLA. All right, so that's fine. So, you know, a lot of times these STL files have settings. So for the hyper PLA, that's what it is. All right. I believe I don't know what I have in here, to be honest with you. Don't worry, I'll get back to that video. I have Anycube, 3D filament, PLA, printing temperature 205, 215, texture gray, and that's it. Some of the printer filaments have all the settings and specs on there. Some will even tell you whether to keep your fan on or not. The which one does that? I think it's this one. Creality. I'll give this one to my kids. So sometimes it's better just to use the name brand printer. Oh yeah, this one does. Here, I'll show you. This one does. Printing speed 30 to 600 millimeters. Printing temperature 190 to 230. Bed temperature 25 to 60. And fan on. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, so it's my first time using the Anycube, but this will go upstairs. And that was Creality. This one is Anycube. Let's see. Hold on. Just have the box to it. Oops. Right here. Anycube. Never used it. It was on sale on Amazon. It's like $13 or something. So hey, why not? All right. So knowing that, moving forward, we have PLA in there. I don't know if it's hyper or not, but it should do the trick. But all the temperatures should be set. We're going to use number 1 as a color. Maybe shift and slide. We learned that from Marker Bay. I wonder what Marker Bay is up to. Shift and slide. We're going to leave this at 50%, scale it down. Select all, put 50 there. And then maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave them one color. I want to see how the gray works, because it was like getting a little tangly, just setting itself up. So there we go. See? So now we're back here. It was getting a little tangly on the spool feeder CF system. So now we have there. So now we slice the plate. Now we know that PLA is set in there. I don't know what I had before, but always check that. Make sure your plate is high Creality. Made that mistake once before. One of our viewers / subscribers had asked a question, and now we just press start print. Now we can pick up where we left off back on the video, because as you can see, I didn't have correct settings in there to begin with. All right, knowing that and moving forward. That's the printer working its magic. Now I need to put this in here so I can show you the footage from spring to fall. See, now we have our print temperature. And the reason why we're talking about this, and I did this because, as you saw, someone else had a similar issue with a clog. And sometimes if your temperature is not set right and your filament's not set correctly on the on here, then it could create a clog. And now this is all new to me, because on the Ultimaker Cura, you set it and forget it. Your filament is there for life. I guess it's because this is a multi-print like CF system, where you could have different filaments in there. Like you see, oops, I have Anycube, I have some others, and you can mix and match as long as it's PLA. But as you can see here on, see, it just says generic PLA, but the temperature is already set for you inside the Ultimaker Cura. So if I go to configuration settings, materials, and I kind of got spoiled. And if you click on generic PLA, See, the temperature is already set for you. If you go to print settings, 260, you can change it to 65, but it's there. Whereas here, on the, it seems like these STL files already have presets in them, so that when you go to your file, if I go to preview, you have this little window here, color number 1, number 2, fiber PLA, etc. You don't see that on Creality because you already set in your presets, because it's not a multicolor printer slicer. It's for single colors, and if you want to print with another color, you actually have to put in a pause print. So this is how the new interfaces work if you're new to 3D printing in multicolor. So it's a thing you have to look out for, because as you can see by default, it will tell you what it should be printed in, and and just make sure all your other stuff is set by default. And the default settings always, like if you saw on this particular print, where was it? We go, let me close this here. See here, 15 millimeters layers, 3 walls, 15 infill. 3 walls, I think by default it might be. Let's see. Walls are 2, but it's fine. You could always, it's what they recommend 3, but you could always change that. But I haven't had any trouble with the walls being at 2, and it's not going to make. But sometimes some prints with moving gears and stuff, it's specific and you have to be. So, and then for the infill, see 15, that's already set. And what was the other one? There's one with 2 on the walls, but we downloaded the one that says 3, and then 15%, and 0.15 millimeter is your layer, which is always, where is it? See, layer, and this layer is, where are we? It's fine, no biggie. If you go, where's global objects? See, auto, that's our board, global. We're good. And sometimes you just have to know your printer, Go back to the top. Yeah, we're fine. Just double checking making sure it's not going to print the tower, but it won't. It's fine. That would be here. Prime tower. We don't need one though, but it won't print it because we're not printing multicolor. And you can see from the preview that there is no prime tower. So always double check that. And then we have here skirt, not some other settings, but we don't need it. Sometimes if you just know your printer, whether or not to add stuff like that. Oops. Even though it says 0.15 and we have it at 2, right? It's fine. It's not going to make or break the deal. Let's see if we put layer height 0.15. See what it does. It's not going to make it. So I wonder if it'll decrease the print time. Let's say ours is going to take 45. 31 minutes. Wow, interesting. Versus, so all that makes a difference, but I'm just testing. For me, I don't need it to be like on the dime, because I'm just testing out my spool to make sure it doesn't tangle. So anyway, but that could also make or break your print and cause a clog too, if like nothing is set to spec. Anyway, knowing that, moving forward, let's check out SD card. 30 minutes is a big difference though, but it sounds like the printer already started, so it's too late. And let's see how long is that going to take to print. Our original one is going to take, well, that's going to take 31, but if we put it back at 0. Oh, you just press this button here, click OK, and then slice it. Oh wow, 24 minutes printing dust. That's even shorter. Let's see if it actually works. So in the meantime, let's close that. I'm not going to save it. Close that. That's at 50%, which is pretty good. Print started. Let you guys watch that for a second. Something started. I wonder if I should have sprayed the 3D lac on there. So we'll close that. Close that, close that, close that, close that, close that. We'll leave that there. And again, sometimes not following the directions could turn your shit into spaghetti. But on this one, I doubt it, because it's like the articulated dragon. You know, it's just gonna make things a little different. All right, so let's see if it loaded. SD card again with footage about the spring, and then someone mentioned their print turned to a glob. I was just showing you guys how to prevent the glob, but this printer is phenomenal. Like literally, it's just amazing that you can, you know, finagle it and say, forget it, I don't want those settings. But considering it's articulated, bigger moving parts, you're fine. Smaller, intricate print, I would say stick to the settings. Don't customize. So here we go here. This is with the, I think this one's my daughter flying with the Beta 2. Oh, can't see. I think this is her because the last flight would be the first flight, so she was the last to fly. But look, get some nice footage here. The yard's cleaned up. And then I put some nitrogen on there to help make it green. I got some holes to, yeah, this is her because she's going the other way. She's pretty good with it. You know, she's pretty, you know, like she loves flying. She is always asking to fly. The leaves are budding, but we got snow. Unbelievable. In April, freaking April 12th, and that's why they said don't turn on your sprinklers until like May sometimes, you know, because then the lines will freeze and all that other fun stuff, which is no fun. That's me watching the corner. Here, we'll show you the other flight. This is her flying. Let's see what we got. This is me. I'll just open it. So I'm going to upload this one and add music to it. This one's 5 minutes, but it'll be a nice, cool flight. Call it Spring Flight. Not a bad idea. I could edit this one in the meantime. It should take about 20 minutes to do. I'm a big fan of the footage from the goggles. Settings. Oh, it was set to go slow because the last flight I did with this was the night flight, and so I set it to go 3 miles per hour with the tactical light. So I had to do a reset because you want it to go super slow with tactical lights on there when you're flying in the dark, so you don't accidentally throttle and go, you know, crashing into something. But as you can see, this is it. Got it cleaned up. Looks a little better now. I'll go here. Actually, if I was going to edit this, I'd probably want to... that's fine. I think it's on the drone because we have the footage from the goggles. I probably want to do no footage, no OSD, so I probably want to take the footage from the drone, which can still be done. Yeah. Let me go around. There she is. I told her to come to me if someone starts walking on the sidewalk. And she was like, okay, because we didn't have our GMRS radios. We forgot to charge them. They died. I think because I left it on. Gotta make sure that they're off, because that's usually what we use for communication. But instead, we went old school. It was like, run, run towards me, run like the wind, child. And then we go here and go around. A little bit of a bummer though, because I like doing this flight when no one is here. There she goes. As I get up, if someone comes, that means someone's coming. But I told her to give me the heads up when she sees them halfway down the street, so I kind of was able to calculate and know, where it was. Now, if I had asked Ivy, no, she'd come like, I don't know. It's another story, but yeah. Let's see. Then I go through here. Now we know the person's gone, so she goes back to her spot. And now we're going here. Now I think I'm going to go around George's. I don't know. I forgot which way I'm going, but it's a cool flight. It's a good 5-minute flight. I think I'm going to try that route again. I'm going to go over. It's hard to remember how many loops I do before I go out, because you have the inner loop, the outer loop, and then the inner upper and outer upper, and then out and about. Like so many different loops to do to capture like the full flight. And so you can go inner outer circle. You could see, not on this one, but on an actual flight. So now I think I'm ready for the sidewalk. The sidewalk is the first outer loop. She's waving, everything's okay, we're good to go. And now we're going here. So ideally you want to fly the full sidewalk, and then you have people coming, and that's okay. You go around, and I like to avoid the people because you don't want to, it's just too much of a distraction, and sometimes they get nervous or they want to stop and talk to you, which I can't. Like most likely they would probably have stopped and talked to Tilly and be like, is that a drone? I'm like, no, it's a flying microwave. We talk to them, but we only have 50% on the battery. In this case, there's 34% left. So we want to get those inner outer rings, but we weren't able to capture them on this flight, but we will on the next one. The key is also timing, knowing when people are walking down the street. So this flight happened at around 3:30, 4 o'clock. You most likely want to do this flight definitely not after school, because kids are coming home. Definitely not around 5 o'clock, because it's commute, people walking into town, having fun, getting dinner and stuff like that. So you want to gauge it, ideally the morning, to be honest with you, unless it's but then it's hit or miss, and that's why you need your spotter, so that they can keep the lookout and tell you when someone's coming. And then you decide how you want those first rounds to be. You want to cover the sidewalk first, ideally. But as you can see, the flight is over, but didn't get all the loops, but I got some footage of the yard being cleaned up. And then, maybe one day when the weather's nicer, I'll do that again, get my spotter out there. And then as long as I can cover the sidewalk first, right, then I'm golden. Then I can do the inner loops, the inner 3 or 4 loops without a problem, because we're on our property. It's when we go on the sidewalk and fly, which is a bummer. So I gotta do that one again. It's still good. And that's how that works. Let's see where our print is. Where the Easter Bunny is coming. Oh wow, that's pretty fast. It's like almost done. So what I'll do in the meantime is I will take the footage from there and then pull the footage from the drone once that comes onto the desktop. And that's it. This should copy really fast. Well, yeah, that's pretty fast print, articulated. So that means the original one should take. So I'm just testing out the feed on the spool, but you really won't know how the filament is retracting unless you do a multicolor print. When it retracts, that's when it can pop off the spool. That's what I saw it doing earlier. Because if it's just pulling, it's fine. You know, you're never gonna see it go off the rails, which is a bummer. Because when I put the new filament in, it was feeding and retracting, and on the retract, it kept like popping off. And I was like, wait, what kind of spool is that? And it's a little bit smaller than the Creality spool. So we got one part of the video. Let's see if I can get the other part of the video. The video without the OSD would be on the drone. You could shut it off. You could shut off subtitles. Especially if you're using an 04 Lite unit. Because, as you saw, 04 Lite is super shaky cam. Just gonna load this in. And when the weather's nicer, I'm going to do a live stream with the Avata at night. Hopefully, if it lets us. We know it's kind of glitchy, but put this here. This is a pretty fast print. I'm waiting for this to load up. I think I have to put the battery in. I forget. Yeah. Don't think it loads. Or it's possible that because it's not going to work with the docking station. And I may have to connect. Oh, no. See, we just have to turn it on. Okay. Where's my mouse? I do need to charge the mouse, so we have to end this stream soon about this Mac. Let's see how much power we got left on the mouse. System settings, Bluetooth. 75%. Wow, it charged pretty fast. It was at 0 before, and I charged it before the show. Nice. That's good to know. Alright, so we'll go here. Go back there. Go here. Let's see. That's Tilly. And that would be me the last of my flight. See, I don't like that it breaks it up into pieces. Okay, so that's the beginning. So that's 3, 4, 5. I need all those. Go here. New folder. And put that in there. And then go. Let's see, hold on. Yeah, so that would be the ending of mine, which ends there. So I only need 2. And the first 2 are Tilly. And then I go here. Copy it. Wow, 5 gigs. It's a big file. What's in 728? Oh, the goggles. So what you want to do is goggles. And then the other ones could be called drone. This way you know which is which. In case you want to do a comparison video. And let's see how that print is doing. Wow, it's almost done. Let's see what the percentage is on here. Go back here. Remember, stick to the settings. Moving forward, don't do like I'm doing right now, but I'm just doing it for the heck of it because I want to see if the spool's gonna like get stuck. But you probably won't see it because you're only gonna see it on the retraction. Let's see what we have here. Let's see how much is left. Go to device and my device. Click on details, and then we'll see how much is left. It'll tell you. See, 84 at 142 layers. 9 minutes left. No, yeah, 9 minutes remaining. 15-minute print time. Wow, this one's been printing for 15 minutes. Pretty cool, and only 9 minutes left. Nice. You could always check your temperatures down here. You could always change it, but see, it's stuck to the settings. So next week when we do watch print, hold on. Hopefully, oh good, I'm still logged in. Let me see if it saved it. Homepage, workbench, online resources. My models, my presets, my downloads. This is the downloads. It's weird though, because I should have some other downloads in here, other than the printer config. Let's see if I go online models. Let's see if I type in kit card. Kit card. So if I click on, I love the kit cards, they're just phenomenal. But I want to see, that one looks cool, helicopter, we did one of those. This one looks cool, the Easter egg. That one looks really cool, the bunny inside there. That looks really cool, tic-tac-toe. This is good, like if you went to a restaurant, keep it in your bag. See, download, then load. Let me see if I select download. Oh wow, you get 2. I don't need 2 though. But now I want to go here, close that, and then go to my downloads. See? It's so weird. It doesn't save your downloads, and I'm logged in. That sucks. I wonder why. My presets, my mode. So this slicer is a little bit glitchy. Let's go back to online models. See, like let's say I quit the app. Let's try quitting it. Quit. Discard. And fine. I don't need that. If I go here, it's like, oh, I just downloaded that tic-tac-toe game. Where is it? So I should go here. See, it's right here, right? But it only keeps the, if you go more, it brings you to the website. But I didn't download any of those. Ah, you're killing me. And then now, if I go here, Personal Center, see, it should be there. Fuck. So when that happens, we say welcome back to everything that glitches. So that's why you probably want to do online resources, models, and then in the search bar you should see your history search there. So don't clear your history because it's not going to save your downloads, which is a bummer. So knowing that, moving forward, let's go here and go hang. Yeah, so that's a tic-tac-toe. So it's a little bit of a bummer, but anyway, this is going to be next week's print. Saved it. I don't know why. It'd be nice if it saved all other prints. Load these files as a single object with multiple parts. Yes. It's going to be like many different plates. What the fuck is happening here? There's no, yeah. Let's see if we spin this around. No. There should be more. Wow. It's really weird. Alright. Definitely not that. Click no. Because that's not how it's supposed to load. And go here. It's that one. And now we're just going to close that, disregard, and just open up Creality again. This time we'll open this one separately, go to my, at least it saved my downloads, but that's not what I want. My downloads. Ah, you've got to be shitting me. Now it wants me to log in. Are you kidding me? See, it doesn't save there. 700225. This app should should keep you logged in. It's super glitchy. Alright, knowing that, moving forward, my downloads. Oh, now it's okay. So it took a while for it to catch up to my download. Okay, go here. Loading. Select no. We saw what happens when we select yes. Yeah, this is not what I want though. Where are my pieces though? I don't know how long this will take to print, but let's see on the, make sure you always have your printer. Creality. Okay, I need to go here. I hate when this happens. Because I don't have these printers. I just need my printer. Ender 3 I do have. Go here. And then see how long this will take to print. Let it slice. While that's doing that, let's check on the print. Wow, look, the bunny's almost finished. Kind of neat. How this we will can't fuck around with the settings. We gotta leave them as is because one glitch can, the parts might not fit in there for the Connect 4. But we did click download STL file, but seemed to download some other stuff. Because we would need everything. Let's go here. Hold on. Home page, and then go to Model and Tools, Online Resources, and then type in Connect 4. There it is. But we want the one with the pieces. See? Download, then load. But don't download it just yet. If we go back to preview, we got something else on the build plate, and we don't want that. Make sure, otherwise we'll just like create. Simplify, or it should let us work the magic without. Like we should be able to click here and then download, and then it'll override and boot off whatever's on there. Select no. I'm not going to save it because I need the one with all the pieces. See? So the only downside to this is that, wow, I don't need two. I don't need two of those. I don't need any of that. So now let's go back here. Just to give me duplicate parts. Files. So you can print one piece. This is where things get sketchy. Because look, when I selected download all, everything's all on one board, right? So if I go to preview, preview's there, I'll prepare. I don't need this. I only need one of those, but look. Which one? I can presume these are all the same. And most likely, I wonder if I could print all that. I would probably print definitely wouldn't print it all like that. Like, just to be on the safe side, I would do this. I would go here, take that off. You could always open it again, and then select here, lay it flat, and then move it on the board. Oh. Now that it's there, let me see, move it there, and then where's that? This is the front of the board, right? And put that there. And then slice the plate. See how long that will take and then open it again and load all the other files as needed, because I want to know after this printed the spiral thingies would go in. So it's still or even print the spiral thingy first, one of the Connect 4 pieces. Nice. Bunny's coming out pretty good. Looking like a rabbit. Probably like 30 seconds left or something. This one's still slicing, so we can still look. Details. 20 seconds left on the clock. There. See? 16 seconds. Let's go back to prepare. It's not finished. Did it finish slicing? It's weird. It should have. Oh, there we go. 7 hours. Oh yeah. I have to wake up at 6 probably. It's gonna take like 2 days to print this thing. But after the 7 hours, I'd want to know. So I'd probably print the Connect 4 part first. The only thing I'm on the fence with is this whole STL experience, because let's see if I go back here to Creality. That's my ID. See, after logging in, it should bring me to the site. Well, just look for a paid print. Paid print will, hope that's bamboo. I still missed the bamboo slicer. Paid print will bring us to the site. Online model, so I just have to select the tic-tac-toe, select purchase, and then that'll bring us back to the Creality website. Go back to, it's not letting me. Oh, probably goes to the pop-up. Now it'll let, that's weird. Oh, probably because this is in full screen. Such a major glitch. Now I can bring my screen over. I want to select that one because it'll be, see, ready to print. You can choose open with Creality print, but it won't because I have to buy it. A little bit of a bummer. It's a premium, but that's not what I'm looking for. Connect 4. Let's see. Download package file. See the same thing. Let's see what package files they have in here. Probably better. 20 hours. That's going to be our longest stream ever. Hopefully it lasts that long without crashing. Okay. Almost there. It would be nice to see if it worked too. Ah, bummer. Hopefully it tells you. A lot of times, like with the Dummy 13 or parts that have duplicate parts, it tells you how many to print. See? You have your pieces, which are 2. Piece 1. And then you have your board. I guess you have to print as many as there are, right? I don't know, I forget, I don't know what that is, but entrance test. Oh, so you print the entrance test before printing the whole thing. That makes sense. Okay, I could handle that. So let's see, fill bed, clone, simplify, center, mirror, delete. There. Print one of those first, and an entrance test. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm gonna slice one of these, and then how long will that take? 14 minutes. I need to clear the board first though. Check out that bunny. Because that would be disastrous. Can you imagine printing that whole thing and then finding out it doesn't work? Well, kinda. I think you could probably downscale or upscale those parts though. It's pretty cool. Let's see what we have here. Let me just put this Avada away. So glad that it's warming up, because now I'll be able to fly more. That's why they call it a fly more combo, right? All right. Oh, let me close this because we got spiders down here. And one time I opened the bag and there was a spider in there. Can you imagine putting your goggles on, having a spider trapped in your eyes? That's freaky. And so here we go here. Let's see if we can see. And you just pop the board like this. Pop it. Printed beautifully. But on the Connect 4, you gotta stick to the settings. Just bend it. Oh wow. It was really nice. I think it's fine. Hold on, I'll show you guys after I put this back. So, on that note, I believe this will take 14 minutes, but before we do that, let's make sure the print settings are correct. 0.2 millimeters, 2 layer on the walls, which by default it's at 2, right? We'll just double check, because we want to double check, because this is going to go into the test piece, and it's 14 minutes wasted if it's not correct. Okay? This is where you really have to make sure your settings are correct when doing a slice on a print. It's going to be over 20 hours. Okay, so we have 0.2 millimeters layer. See, 0.2 millimeters layer. It says it right there. And then we have 2 on the walls, which by default I believe it's 2. See, 2 on the walls. Always on this slicer it's 2. And then you have 15% infill. Infill, you can make whatever you want, because infill just is the center. It's going to be empty, or 15%, 10%. In this case, it's Connect 4, so 20 could actually be cool too, because this way the pieces will just drop. But in this case, they recommend, because it'll be heavier, because it's more infill on the inside. Anyway, knowing that, moving forward, we can send the print to the printer. And then, yeah, this would be nice, a different color. I just have to count and see. Start print. Build plate is clear. And then I'll let the other one print overnight. See how it goes. So that in 15 minutes, there we go. It swaps. It's the printer's going to work its magic. Nothing is, oh yeah, 14 minutes. Oh wow, 14 minutes, 38 seconds. Interesting how the name of the file actually has the print time on it. Let's go back and check that out. Board piece, oh, the export on the slicer does that for you when it saves the G code. That's really cool. Anyway, knowing that, moving forward, test entrance. So that's really cool. I like that they did that, so you don't have to waste like waste a whole day of printing. But let's see how long. Go back to prepare. So if I click here, it should open. We don't need to save anything because, well, actually, it's weird. Sometimes it clears the build plate and sometimes it doesn't. Control click, just select delete, and then now open it. We know the settings are the same for all the parts. And then in this case, we'll just lay it flat. Can we? This is where the tricky part comes in. Do I lay it flat? Do I put a brim, a trim, rim, or do I just do it the other way? Hold on, let me see. Probably lay it flat. Auto, whoops. Go here, and then right there. You can do auto rotate. This one actually works better because then you know it's just laid flat. Let me just make sure, let me zoom in. Make sure there aren't any. Oh, there are. It should work though. See those pieces right there? Hold on, let me do a shift and slide. Look. Like hopefully that'll print without anything bad happening. And then this part right here. But in order to tell, let's do this. We can see how it's going to print in the preview. Shift and slide. If we go, oh yeah, look, it's going to close in. Closing in is great because then it just bridges the gap. See that? Perfect. All right, let's slice the plate and see how long this will take. Nice, it's slicing really fast. 55 minutes, that's good. So in about an hour, I guess we hang out for an hour. You guys can watch that print. Yeah, in the meantime, let's go here. Because once we know this works, you know, this is gonna be our 20-hour live stream for the record. Wow. All right, so that'll be there. It'll be a nice catch too, because they say always when you do like a YouTube video, when you live stream or any stream, make a video, catch, like show the hook, show them a hook of what today we're going to be doing this, like that, you know. So it'll be a nice hook. Nice to see if it works. But I like this gray. It's darker. Now we're back to the bunny. Look at that. Kids will like that. Oh my god, this is so cool. See, nothing bad happened. We didn't stick to the settings, but on a print like the one we just saw, you gotta stick to the settings. Don't fuck it up, you know, because that could make or break whether or not the parts will go into each other. And I'll show you on the big camera. This is really cool. The arms move too. So I don't know. Look. The arms move too on the bunny. Little hands. And they fold in. It's amazing. And it printed in less than 15 minutes. It's like the Coco. Remember the movie Coco? Version of the bunny. Everything was like skeleton-ish looking. It's so cool. Let's look at his eyes. All the details there. It looks kind of real. I think the kids will like that. I wonder who's going to get this one. You know what? I think maybe I'll print. How many kids are here? Do we have a guest tonight? I have one. Max, Emma, Jack, and maybe 3. The other one might eat it because the other one's too young. So I'll give them all little bunnies, except for one of the other guys. I don't know, maybe I'll give the other guy. It's hard to say because when the kids are like X amount of months old, they usually put everything in their mouth. Maybe a car. Give them a car. Give them a Jeep. I'm gonna go always print another one. Or a plane. Or a frog. I don't think they'll eat that. It's a little bit too big to put in the mouth. Yeah, they might like this one. Anyway, that's gonna take 15 minutes to print. And in the meantime, we will put a flight in the simulator. I wonder if the simulator will work on the on this thing. Should everything else work? I'm just gonna send the other print to the printer so you guys can see. Anyway, we're gonna be in the sim. Send to print. This one I probably want to print in gray. Change the filament. So if you don't change it, you have an option to change it once it gets to the printer. It's like, oh, you know what? I want it to be a different color. So you can change your colors. Yeah, it should work from the docking station. Quiet night tonight. Usually we start our show later, and later the show starts. That's when like Mark Bake chimes in, Ken chimes in, Ken stays in a little bit later. You know, the folks, it's 11:48. Usually we start our show at around 11. Tonight we started at 10. I took advantage. Next week we'll be starting at 11 again, or 10. 10's a good time. You know, weather's getting nicer, so folks, you know, are out flying, getting their drones ready. And we'll go here, close this out. We're done with this slicer. So you can see the Creality slicer is a little bit glitchy with their online experience. Whenever you quit the app, it logs you out. You gotta log back in. Doesn't save your downloads, which is a bummer, because if I download, you know, interesting files, especially like this one, where is it? You gotta search for it again. With the Bamboo Slicer or Maker World and other, not Slicer, yeah, Bamboo Slicer and the Maker World online experience to get your STL files, it saves everything. So, you know, proof is in the pudding. Can't make that shit up, but it's a bummer. The Creality needs to fix that, but keep me in business, because welcome back to everything that glitches. So look for your stuff, save your stuff. Don't delete the stuff. Don't delete your search history, because it saves your search history, but it does not save the download experience for your STL files. I wonder if it's in the settings though. I mean, by default, all other slicers do it. So settings, maybe. No, saves it to the downloads, but that's fine to save my downloads, because most likely that's where they go. But you want it you want it to be cached in the application, so that when you go here and you go to your personal and you go to my downloads, you don't just see one file. Because as you can see, I downloaded, we downloaded the frogs from there. We downloaded this from there. We downloaded the bunny from there. Doesn't save it. Bamboo Studios does. A little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. Now let's do some flying. Alright, let's see, which simulator are we going to load tonight? Steam and library, and we'll do liftoff. Update queued. Hopefully it lets us fly. We'll click update. Remember, when it's updating, you can't. Oh, we're hardwired, so we're fine. Wi-Fi would have taken forever. Launching. Hopefully there are no glitches in this one. Wonder if I should have sprayed. Definitely I was going to spray 3D lack on the other one. Accept modification. And then we'll go to race. Go here. Go to Hanover. I'm not going to try and beat my time. I'm just going to have fun and fly. You know, I've done that before. I'll probably next time try to do it in 3 minutes, 3 laps, but that means going up in another, that means doing it in bullet time. 28. We'll do 14. 11. 12 is good. There we go. And away. Oh, nice. Looks like we got nice no drone out of control. Wow. Usually we have to reset it a couple of times before we can get. I wonder if this is because of the docking station. Look how smooth that is. Could be the docking station. Definitely not the rates, because we always set the angle, wow, of the gimbal to like 12 or 13. This is really smooth. I wonder if it's the docking station. Interesting. Where it's able to split up and dedicate the connection and make things just right for you. This is phenomenal. See if I can do a dive. Woohoo! The higher you are. Wow, look at that. And the drone doesn't go out of control. It's really flying like the Avata. This is amazing. Unless it's the update that fixed it, right? Remember the owner of the company replied to my post and it said it shouldn't be like that. They might have fixed it after the update. Look how smooth. It's like freaking butter. I'd never do this never on the first try. Well, I used to do this on the first try when I before the update. This is where the accelerometer kicks in. When you go dropping, this part simulates the experience. Whoa. You know? Where things can get a little sketchy and out of control, because this part is real. This is how it is with the FPV drone. When you drop, things just accelerate. But this is pretty good. I like it. And when you go around and down, this is pretty darn good. And it's always going to do that. That part it simulates really well. When you drop with, in your drone, the accelerometer just goes bonkers, and it's hard to slow it down for the new guy. Anyway, as I was saying in the beginning, when I was first flying in this simulator, this is how I was flying. Just regularly, just doing my laps. And then after the update, you weren't guaranteed for this experience to happen. You have to quit it, reboot, and then eventually calibrate. No calibration today. And you saw there was an update. So this could be, maybe it's fixed, or I just got lucky, or it could be me flying with the remote connected to the docking station. Right? Possibly. I'm just going to go down slower this time. No need to do a dive and try and grasp our bearings, because this part is a little bit tricky. But yeah, this is pretty darn good. You might want to increase the angle of the... these guys are already on their last lap, and I'm on my second lap. First and a half. But second and a half, something like that. I wish that crosshair thing in the middle was a different color. That would be cool if it was in red or something, or in different darker black or lighter gray. Don't be intimidated by my flying. It took me many months to do this. In the beginning, it took me about 45 minutes to do one lap. So if you're just starting out, you will get there too. Now I can do 3 laps in under 4 minutes, or in this case it'll probably be 4 or 5, but probably 5 or 6, I don't know, whatever it is. But now I just fly to have fun, and you will get there too. See, it just takes practice, See, I missed it. You can always go back and get it. You can go up, flip, and turn around and get the other one. But yeah, you'll get there too. And like I said, it took me like 45 minutes to an hour just to do one lap. So it just took practice. And some guys freaking get it in 10 minutes, you know, like it took me over 60 hours of dedication. I was gonna give up. I was about to say fuck it, you know, like throw in the towel. But then it was like, I didn't hear no bells, you know, like literally I just couldn't give up. But it was a part I did for some time. I was like, I couldn't hack it, because you get spoiled flying with the motion controller, and you get spoiled flying remote control cars that just fly, you know, like not fly, drive, like left is left, right is right. And that's how I was expecting this drone to fly, you know, just go left, go up. And no, it's not like that. And after retraining your brain, you know, to finagle the controller and to touch it so gently, you know, that things will work just right for you. And then when you get it, as you can see, I'm on my third lap. It's like a silent movie with subtitles. You're like, oh my god, this is so cool. I speak FPV. But what'll come to you naturally too, and after doing this loop 100 times, you know where everything is too. So don't be intimidated by like, oh, he's flying. Beginning, I was crashing into shit, never making it through the pond, through that river and stream that's in the park, crashing into the tree. And, you know, you'll get there. So I got, what did I do my best total time? 6 minutes. So you see I was right, 6 to 5. And that's going smoother and slower. Now if you go faster, we exit, you know, that's where things get out of control. So we can just, I want to click cancel, click retry, right? And then what you would do is you would increase the rate. So if I did 15, that's going to be a little bit faster, but doable. I think I could do 15 degrees on the pitch, because things were just working out so smoothly on here that I was like, wow, I like this. Those guys are probably flying at like 30 or something at the full, you know, calibration. Yeah, I was thinking of getting new, what do they call it? Joystick knobs. I don't know what you guys are using, but these are a little bit different. They're a little short. I feel like I can go longer, but I don't know what people are using, to be honest with you. So you see, you know, flying a little bit faster. The drone does seem like it's going a little bit slower, and this is probably because of the update, because usually 15 was a little bit too fast. We can try moving it up a notch. We'll know when we do the full lap, and then you can just calculate 130, 135 times 3, or because it's 3 laps. And then, you know, so we're still good on time. This is smooth. This is like it was in the beginning, though, before the update. They may have fixed it. We'll know next week when we fly again, because we usually just do this one time. But this is flying like the Avata. We got our, and it's honoring my rates. Sometimes after the updates, it doesn't honor your rates, your PID rates that you put in there. So we're good on that sense too. Remember, there's a tree, and like I said, you do this lap like 100 times, you'll know where all the obstacles are. So it's like, you know, in the beginning I was always crashing into shit. So, you know, you'll get there too. Patience, perseverance, persistence, and determination will get you there. So this drone is definitely flying slower. Wow. Yeah, because it usually takes 1 minute and 30 seconds. So the updates slow down the drone. So, which means, let's try bringing the angle up. Let's try 25. Because it's really weird how it's so slow. 1 lap in 2 minutes. Before 1 lap took 1 minute and 35 seconds. So the update worked. The update is putting the drone in control. Smoother. When we were always flying at a lower pitch angle. This one's going to go a little bit faster. So this is why probably what the default rates were. They clearly did some programming, some hardcore shit, where they actually fixed it. This is great. Oh my god. Yeah, so 20 would be ideal. 20 was like 14, and et cetera, et cetera. So it's like vanity sizes, where 6 is 1, or 1 is 6, but it's working out pretty good. Wow. I was never able to fly at my camera pitch angle at 20 whatever. Alright, so then obviously they did something during the update. Which is pretty good, because this is pretty close to real, as real as it's going to get. This is going to bring a lot more people into this, if this is the deal. If they've actually fixed the update. Wow. Except it's a little bit slower, because as you know, it usually takes 1 minute and 30 seconds for me to do 1 lap, so the drone is a little bit slower. 1 lap maybe. There's still time to make it. This is where the accelerometer kicks in, remember, on the drop. And you have to finagle it. Watch out for the tree. So it's really interesting. Might get 135. This is really interesting. How the update, or it could be because I'm connected to the docking station. I don't know. No, 142. Nope. It usually takes 135. Alright, let's reset again. Bring it up a notch. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I'm gonna try 30. I've never flown, if you've been following me, I've never been able to fly at 30, because it just flies like a bat out of hell. So clearly something happened after the update. This is what I don't like about the controllers. They just spin sometimes when you get nervous. White knuckle flying. So let's see. Yeah, this is smooth too. Even the liftoff is smoother. Well, I guess that's why it's called liftoff, right? But the liftoff was never so smooth. And liftoff is just freaking jump. Oh, look, I'm able to keep up with these guys. Hey guys, look at me. I'm like FPV connoisseur. This is where I fall behind. But no, that's at 30. Wow. Interesting. So they definitely did something to the PID rates. That's fine with me, because I'm not all about flying in bullet time, but this is me flying. I've never been able to do 30. So clearly after the update, they changed some stuff. That's the filament retracting. I'd leave it. Hope they don't change it. You know, if you've ever 3D printed something, or if you haven't, I'll explain to you. Sometimes the engineers of these STL files, they make an STL file, and then they have version 1, and it works perfect. Then they have version 2, then version 3, then version 4, then version 5. And they're like, what the fuck? Why didn't they just leave it as it was? You know, they should have just left it. And sometimes that happens with these games where there's version 5.9, version 8, version 10. And you're like, they should have just left it. It was working fine before. See, 135. Okay. 136. Whoops, I missed it. But yeah, so I'm doing just, so now 30 is my new. Alright, 30 would be my new ideal flight. Okay. Wow, now I can fly at 30. That's really interesting though. Really, because it was never like that before. And this is after the update. Oops, missed it. Because it's just flying too fast. But that's okay. Wow, that's pretty darn cool. I can fly at 30 now. After the update. Alright, so that takes care of that. Let's check out, don't want to quit our streaming app. Let's go check out our print. Go here to our printer. Really nice. A little Connect 4 piece. Let me just quit the game first so we can come back to this. And when we're done with the game, we did our flight towards the end. It's really cool. I like that. So the latest update of liftoff. Wow. We'll have you flying at 30 degrees, which was impossible before. Alright. Go back here. close that out. Now I don't know how that will translate into your Avata, but at least in the simulator, but most likely you don't want to. All the videos I've done flying at 30 degrees is insane on the Avata and the Neo too. Okay. Yeah, 15% infill is pretty good. So you want to print one of these for sure. I'll let you guys have a look. Just one at first. And then one of the tests, you know, the test kit, whatever it was called. And then if that works, then move forward and print the rest of the shit. Okay? So if we go here to device, hold on. Go to device, and then you have your device here, print complete. See that? And if you click here, and then if you go to details right there, you should be able to click here too. See? And then if we scroll down, hold on, right here, entrance test. Takes about, well, too bad you can't select it and print it. Go here and then click and then start printing. Except, see it nice. I want it to be gray. And then print it. This way it's like mixed match of colors. And then that's gonna do that. So now if we do the math and figure out, so now we're gonna go here. Go to prepare. See it's empty. Make sure your build plate's empty, because sometimes it'll clear it for you and other times not. In this case, it's not in there, so we're fine. Go to downloads, and then go here, go to here, and then go to the base STL. Not that one. That one I'm not worried about. Board. That one. Okay. So let's see how long the board will take. Wow, hold on a second. Well, we'll put this here, but and then we'll lay it flat. So lay it flat, you just press right there, and then you press on the object of desire, and then it should, hold on, there. Except I want to undo it right here. And I want to put it back again. And then go here, like that. Go there. Auto select board STL. I wonder why there are different boards though. Board STL1. They're all the same. Yeah. I just don't. One's 1.9 megabytes. I don't know if you guys. Oh, wait. Oh, interesting. They're different. Board STL1. Board STL. I don't know what the difference. Like, which one would I use? The entrance holes are different. Let's see. Yeah. Board entrance 1. Board entrance 2. I wonder what board entrance 2 is. Hold on. That sucks because they don't explain to you in the description. Okay, so this is like that. And then this is like this. Shift and slide. See if we look down. See the entrance? So then if I go like this, like if I shift and slide and then bring it like that, and then shift and slide. I wonder if that'll fit in there. 1, 2, see? And then if I go, remember, this is board 2. So now if we look at, I guess I'll go for board 1, right? Go here, delete, and then go back here, go there, and then choose board 1. See? Look at how I wonder if this is the one I'm supposed to use. I guess. Oh, you know how we can compare it? The entrance test. Let's look at the entrance test and see what it matches. Okay. I wonder if that's... Let's do this first. Go here. And then have it lay flat. Okay, so it looks like that's the top. And that's the bottom. And that's like that. Shift inside, zoom in. That looks fine. But again, the entrance test is going to make or break the deal and tell us whether to use number 1 or number 2. So we'll right click, delete everything on the build plate, and then go here, and then go here. We'll select, let's try entrance test and see where that takes us. Most likely one side will be board 1 and one side will be board 2 maybe. And then we can choose from there. No, it's the same. It looks like it's board 2. See that? And then if we go underneath, let's lay it flat. We go here. Look, that's scale. So it looks like, I guess. We'll know. Well, I don't know what part that is, but definitely board 2. Let's try board 2. Delete that. Da, da, da. I mean, presumably it shouldn't matter, right? Board 1, board 2. Oh, and they're 2 different pieces. So we have piece 1 and piece 2. Ah, we got 2 different pieces too. Aye, aye, aye. So piece 1 is for board 1 and piece 2 is for board 2, I'm going to guess. So it's different. Piece 1, no, it's piece 2. Piece 1, see, is going that way. Piece 2, oops, and piece 2 is going the other way. Let's open them both up. See if we can drop them both on the build plate. It's like, no. So how is that? I think pieces are falling into each other. See? One's going this way, and one's going that way. I'm probably gonna have to print it's possible that one is for player left, player on one side and player on the other side, so that the one goes down one way and one goes down the other way. Now the only way to know is to see what we printed. See all this you have to think about? It's not like we just press print. Why can't I just press print? Right? No, it doesn't work that way, especially with this. Especially it's 20 hours, so you gotta think about it. Alright, so if we go to device, we printed piece 2. Okay? And then we're gonna print the entrance test, which will take 53 minutes. Alright, So after the entrance test, we'll print piece 2 and see if it fits, but most likely this goes into board 2 anyway, because if you recall, looks like it matches the holes. If we go this way, we'll just lay it flat. And if I can do a shift and slide. See? That's as much as it goes. Alright, so then we'll do this. Select it, bring it down, and then bring it in. Then do a shift and slide, and then bring it down, shift and slide. See? Piece 2, board 2, but maybe the other pieces are just opposite. I don't know. Definitely doesn't match board 1. Yeah, it's just so weird. I wonder why. So this is board 2, okay? We can put them together. I mean, like, bring them on the board and see. Board 1. Should load it. See, and then we'll just drop them, put them side by side. And put that here, and then bring that there, and slide it over. Board 2 and board 1. Board 1 is falling off. I really don't see. It's a little bit different. It's more like, if Brian were here, he'd know what the differences were. Look, see how here teeth look as teeth like, and whoops, and on board, the other board, see it's more, it's a little bit smoother. It might be that one. With board 2. I really don't know what the difference are. Well, guess we'll know. Anyway, this will be 3D print of the week next week, so we'll find out then, right? When we print it. Before I close out for the night, delete that. I'm gonna load that. Entrance test. Shift and slide. Oops. And then go here. this looks like totally different. You know? Oh, because it's round on top. Oh, so look. It does have board 1 and board 2. Great. Okay. So we'll see how it works when we look. See those? Remember the teeth I was showing you? Board 2? No, board 1 and board 2. We'll find out in a second. The one with the smoother teeth, I believe, is board 1. Let's see, board 1. This is board 1 I just loaded. Some parts a little bit tricky. Is it board 1? Yeah. There we go. Touch the board, slide over. Okay. Don't worry about the error, it just means it's falling off the board. Do a rotate. There we go. So you see, board 1. And we'll flip the other one around. See, board 1. So board 1 is smoother. And on here, board 1 right there. So we'll see if these fit. I'll print 2 different ones. One going one way, and one going the other way. See? Board 1. See the teeth? Let's see if I can do a shift and slide. See? Board 1. Smoother ridges, no ridges. Looks like a megalodon tooth or something. Whereas in this one, see? Board 1. Oops. That's the reverse side. See? Voila. Well, we won't know until we print the second piece. Since we already printed piece 1, we'll find out later. Anyway, we'll save that for 3D print of the week. And I'll provide more instruction once I have the entrance test printed, which should take about, I don't know, in this case an hour, but because 40 minutes here and then 15 minutes for each one of these. Bummer. Wonder how many of these I can put on the build plate. Right, let's see how much time is left. But I can't make a build plate with these on it until I know how many, until I know which one I'm going to do. Entrance test, details. Only 32 minutes left. Anyway, stay tuned next week, and I'll keep you guys posted. Hope this video helped you. If you have any comments, comments, right? Let's see if anybody chimed up. No one's here. All right, it happens. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. So we'll end with a nice, fun flight and our stream.
It's a beautiful day at the beach. I was losing my mind for about a week until I could call you up. I'll meet you at the waterline. Birds are flying up above. We both need a little love. Hiding a million different things. silly